Welcome back to CryptoSafe, where we will be speaking of Monero today. Today's video will be about the kind of developments that it has been making in recent times and the impact this has had on the environment around. We will also be looking at the impact it created on the market and the developments which made it successful in recent times. Stick with us till the end to learn all about it and make the most out of this video in a very small duration of time. We will make sure that the next couple of minutes you spend with us are informative enough to help you make a good decision. So hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and let us know in the comment section what makes you feel good about this cryptocurrency. Certain cryptocurrencies have a lot more to do in the market than just accumulating profits for those who invest in them. Cryptocurrencies like Monero have huge potential through the technology being imparted in them. Today, we will be speaking about Monero and what Nasdaq spoke about in recent times. We will be taking into consideration the new updates taking place in Monero and the shift in focus they are planning to make with the future updates. Also, keep in mind that we are giving away $20 for a random person who will leave us a like. So this may be an excellent opportunity to try your hands with investments and cryptocurrency. We think that this technology is certainly worth a hands-on experience for each individual because of the kind of profits involved in it. Of all the other things you could learn on this channel, one thing that you will certainly be able to take back home is an involvement in a community full of crypto enthusiasts. So, if that is what interests you, let's get you strapped on and ready for today's video. Before we tell you anything else, allow us to tell you a few facts about Monero. Did you know Monero is one of the oldest blockchains in the world? This fact often leaves a lot of people's jaws dropped due to the fact that it is still not there in the limelight that it deserves. Well, we think that the reason for that is that it aims to create a very healthy and robust community whose investments will keep the prices stable and not fluctuating aggressively as noticed in other cryptocurrencies. So, the prices tend to increase in a very gradual manner. While many may call it practically unachievable in cryptocurrencies, we think that this may just be possible given the tenure that it has been in the market and the kind of trust it has gained ever since from the people who know about it. Being present in the market for so long gives them an advantage of experience through wisdom. This means that each step taken by the developers will have a previous experience involved in it, which could be theirs or someone else's who could potentially have taken the same step. Back in 2014, when it started up, there was a huge demand for this technology. As a result, it did spool up really well among the community. Bitcoin had already come into the game before this and became a great success, which can be seen on the list today, with Bitcoin being on the top as the kind of all cryptocurrencies even after years of this concept coming in. While the other cryptocurrencies started working on various other factors, their aim was to work on something that has a rather higher intrinsic value to it. They started working on providing higher security and trying to develop a technology that makes things more reliable. The importance given to the concept of privacy was very high. They have been immensely successful in developing a system that provides them the kind of security and privacy they desire. People recognized this scope and started investing heavily in this cryptocurrency, and hence, it did become one of the major investments ever since it was first established. More than any other factors, each cryptocurrency is evaluated from the privacy it provides. This is so because one of the major reasons why people would prefer using the concept of cryptocurrencies will be because of the kind of privacy it provides, which is not seen in fiat currencies. Since it offers really good privacy to its investors, it could gain a lot of attraction right at the start, making it one of the hotspots of investments after Bitcoin. The extent of the privacy on the table by Monero was good. None of the transactions were traceable in any manner, which was a really huge thing back then. As the technology evolved, a lot more cryptocurrencies started providing this, which significantly increased the competition. An increased adoption was noticed, and many more people started speaking about it in a very short span of time. In recent times, Monero has been called the sleeping giant by Nasdaq. This means that there could be a lot more potential to it against what we see at the moment. It could also mean that we could see a lot more developments in technology along with further additions and features other than the basic crypto-savvy ones that many others in the market offer. One among them, as we mentioned earlier, is the superior privacy being offered by them. As people start looking for something that is much more reliable and discreet, and as they realize that the term freedom is rather getting thinner and thinner as days pass, they find it extremely important to be one among the best in the market in terms of privacy and security. A system that is not traceable or intercepting in any manner is what they aim to build through this project. With aims so big, a bit of a delay is something that can almost be foreseen without any doubt. This delay is the reason why Nasdaq presumes that Monero, otherwise called XMR, is still sleeping and will blow up soon as it gets a wake-up call from the developers who charge it up with very strong technology. There's another important fact that you need to know if you intend to learn more about Monero. Did you know that Monero has already gone over Bitcoin on the dark web? This is perhaps something that is not known to a lot of people and is exactly why a lot of them try to invest in it as early as possible, to make a good profit as it develops further. The use of the dark web is something that has a good side and a bad side associated with it. In one way, though, the general presumption that criminals are always a step ahead, we can justify that Monero, being untraceable, their decision to use Monero was in a way very good for their conduct to continue. However, ethically speaking, a lot of us may differ from this view. Perhaps this is also the reason why technologies as good as Monero often get defamed. The manner in which any technology is being used is what decides the kind of appreciation it will get from the community. Now, in this case, it will become much harder for them to regain the lost image. However, it also assures that even the criminals, who are always thinking ahead, use this technology to ensure their identity is not disclosed in any manner. Now, while we say that, there is one more important thing attached to it. That is the thin line noticed nowadays between who is a criminal and who isn't, and what constitutes a criminal act. This question could have varying answers at any moment as the law changes. This is one thing that makes us all vulnerable to being a criminal if the conduct we choose is not well thought. One could be called a criminal for simply using a fake QR code. The fact that even those criminals are using Monero in such masses clarifies the kind of security and privacy it may be provided to those who use it, irrespective of the purpose for which they use it. All these advantages and the superiority in technology make us rethink the decisions we take using fiat currencies. We think that it may soon be time that we start looking at Monero deeply, irrespective of the prices it is at this moment, and push it further to be one of the major investments in the times ahead. Monero also offers its own wallet, which can be used to trade extensively and make the best decisions. The inclusion of the technology to mine provides for an additional income for the people around. Being called the sleeping giant means that there is a huge underlying potential that may erupt in the long term. This eruption in prices is what will make Monero a major investment in the long run. Being listed on a lot of cryptocurrencies, which are of both centralized and decentralized types, there could be a major impact on the impression it may have on the community in a general sense. After getting into this cryptocurrency, there could be a long wait. However, it is almost a certainty that we will be noticing a major push in the prices as soon as this sleeping giant gets the wake-up call it needs. This call could be from the developers or from the community members and is completely unpredictable. We hope you liked this video. If you did, leave us a comment below and let us know what you feel about this cryptocurrency. Subscribe to this channel to learn more and make the most out of this channel in the times ahead.